The University of Maryland has been in innovation entrepreneurship for 30 years. We focus on the hands-on experience. You don't really see it until you actually do it. You can't just do a paper study. That's great, you can calculate everything, but you're never perfect. And if you don't have that feedback loop, you can't refine it. It's part of the creative design process of engineering, right? You need to design something three-dimensionally, and then you need to be able to see that thing visually and in your hands, and then you need to reiterate and then refine that design. And that's why the whole MakerBot Innovation Center lends itself to that philosophy.
So right now we're in a building called the Technology Advancement Program building. In this building we have three major labs. We have the MakerBot Innovation Center in here with our 50 3D printers that any student in the university can use. Next door to that we have the Rapid Prototyping Lab, and in there we have more industrial 3D printers. We have a Fortis 400 and an Objet 30, and it lets you produce visually accurate parts that you can show to people as display pieces and investors. And then in the next room we have something called the Startup Shell, and that's basically an incubator where we will go in and we'll help them with their project so that they can use these labs and the other resources on campus to develop their startup and turn it into a viable business.
They manage how it operates, and surprisingly there are over maybe 50 startup ideas or firms that have come out of that already in 3 years. What we've been trying to do is build that ecosystem of making so that you can use it and execute it in a real system.
A lot of the prototyping that I would do before this would be with wood. So I'd spend several hours, make sure this is exactly the size that I want, and there's no way that the design that I made before is going to look anything like it. And now it's in the CAD software. I know exactly where that change needs to be. I make that change, and now I have a new product. And it just allows me to fully test the full cycle of my design.
I actually just thought of, I have a print that I started from Seattle and then we came back and it was sitting here in a bag for me. And so just having the ability to do that is kind of incredible, because we were on the other side of the country and we could start a print.
Part of the mantra of University of Maryland is to have innovation and creativity come from anywhere, and to have maybe a student from architecture or a student from English who has a great idea, realize their idea and maybe create a startup. It doesn't have to be an engineering student. Students today are thinking about, could they be the next Google? Could they be the next Facebook? It's good to have that dream, and we want to allow them to dream more. And it's going to be because they had the MakerBot Innovation Center. We just are giving them the tools to be successful.